A warm morning to all. As we all know that today is March 8th, International Women's Day. And now let's give a great salute to all the courageous and wonderful women in this world. This day is celebrated to express our appreciation, gratitude, love, respect and care towards all the women in this world. And commonly, it is being said that women are the one who should work under the feet of a man. And it's completely wrong, and now it's time to change this concept. Women are not the one who should work under the feet of a man. They are the one who can make change in this world. They are the one who can explore new innovation. They are the one who should fly freely in this world. And as a part of this International Women's Day program, here we have some cities from Siddhartha Central School to share their concerns and views on International Women's Day. And here they are. Grishma Chandran of class 8th, Lydia V. Luke from class 9th, Devika S. Pillai from class 8th, Anlia Alexander from class 7th, Angel S. Reggie from class 7th, Alia Saji from class 7th, Alia Shamir from class 7th, and Devika Prasid from class 8th. So it's me, Anjana S. Biju of class 8A from Siddhartha Central School signing off. Once again, I wish you all a very happy International Women's Day.
A teacher, a woman, ignites a fire that fuels a student's thirst for knowledge, wisdom and curiosity. A very warm welcome. I am a Siddhi Grishma Chandran, molded by the excellent teachers of Siddhartha Central School, Pallimon. On this auspicious day, I would like to speak about my teachers. It needs no description that the teacher is the pivot of any educational system of a student. They are like mothers. My teachers can pull out an individual from the darkness of ignorance into the light of knowledge. I like to go to school because of the presence of my teachers. They used to train us with a big smile on their faces. A teacher should have a very special place in every child's heart. I would like to thank all my respected teachers for all the things that you have done. Heartfelt respect and salutations to all my respected teachers. No relation is complete without a woman in this world. She plays a role of a loving mom, a caring sister, an understanding wife and a lovable daughter. And that is why the world is celebrating Women's Day. Thank you.
Empowering women means empowering humanity. Every home and every heart, every feeling and every moment of happiness is truly incomplete without you. For only you can complete this world. So as we all know, today is Women's Day, a very special day. I am Alia Sajeev of class 7th from Siddhartha Central School, Pallimon. So on this auspicious day, I am going to speak about Indira Gandhi, India's first women Prime Minister, also known as Iron Lady.
Srimati Indira Gandhi was born on 19 November 1917 at Anand Bhavan in Uttar Pradesh. From her early life, Indira Gandhi has been a member of Indian National Congress. Also, in 1959, she was elected as the party president of Indian National Congress. It was only after her father, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, died, she became the Minister of Information and Broadcasting. After the untimely death of then Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri, Indira Gandhi became the Prime Minister of India in 1966. She held on to the Prime Minister office for 17 years. When she was the Prime Minister of India, she led the country to great heights. Under her leadership in 1971, India defeated Pakistan in the war and broke its back. Additionally, she also nationalized the banks in 1970 and abolished all the privy purses. These two bold steps defined her time as a Prime Minister of India. She was a woman of courage, vision, and foresight. Also, her 20-point program was a bold way in order to bring the prosperity of the poor. She was a woman who made history as a Prime Minister of India. On 31st October 1984, she was shot dead at her residence by two of her own security guards.
Every drop of my blood will contribute to the growth of this nation and to make it strong and dynamic. With this famous quote by Indira Gandhi, I am concluding my words. Thank you and have a nice day. Happy Women's Day. Hello friends, I am Lydia. Do you know about J.K. Rowling? If your answer is no, don't worry, let's find out. Joanna came from a poor family and her parents hoped she would pursue a solid career in law or economics, but she decided to study literature. One day, she found herself completely broke, as a single mother with no job and no money. Joanna experienced the pain of failure that her parents had always warned her about. Everything she owned was in a suitcase, including the first 3 chapters of a story about a boy with magic powers. The boy was called Harry Potter. Her manuscript about Harry was rejected time after time. But finally, one publisher took it on. They printed just 1,000 copies and asked Joanna to change her name to JK, as they feared young boys would not want to read a book written by a woman. Her agent told her that she shouldn't expect to make money out of her writing. But thankfully, Joanna decided to keep going. The Harry Potter series went on to become the most incredible phenomenon in the history of publishing. The 7 books have captured the imagination of hundreds of millions of children and adults all over the world, and they have redefined the meaning of children's literature. Joanna always said failure was crucial to her success. I hope you all get a clear picture about J.K. Rowling. Failure is a part of life. If you don't fail, you don't learn. If you don't learn, you will never change. And no one should lose their interest in reading a book if they found it is written by a woman. All are equal and all have the same rights and all are equally talented. And the best example is J.K. Rowling. Thank you for listening to me. Have a nice day.
A very warm morning to one and all. I am Ali Shimir of Class 7C from Siddhartha Middle School, Pallimon. On behalf of Women's Day, today I am here to speak about my inspirational woman, and that is Kalpana Chawla. Kalpana Chawla is a source of inspiration for millions of us. The reason why she inspires me is because of her exemplary courage and hard work. She brought immense respect to India by being the first Indian-born woman to go to the space. And she's also the second Indian to be in space after Rakesh Sharma. She was a very ordinary girl child who had who dreamed to go up in the sky. But she took her dreams into action by her exemplary courage and hard work. Out of her 4 siblings, Kalpana was the most precocious child with her natural curiosity and independent nature and delight in discovering how things worked. This was also encouraged by her mother, a supportive and a liberal woman who made sure that all her daughters was educated at a time where education was an unnecessary luxury for girls. If you have a dream, follow it. It really doesn't matter
whether you're a woman or if you're from India or wherever you. So this is the reason why she inspires me a lot. This is the reason why I admire her. She said that if you have a dream, chase it, follow it until it's out of your sight. And it really doesn't matter if you're a woman or if you're from India and what your background is. Chase it until you pursue it. Hope you all enjoyed. Happy Women's Day to all.
Hello, Empowerment Day to all. Did you all know what are the major cases that are happening to our women, our sister, our daughters? The cases are in 1973 Aruna Janbag case and 2012 Delhi gang rape and 2005 Imrana rape case and more and more. Why these cases are increasing day by day? So are we strong enough? So are we doing enough for that? Anything for justice for women? Myself, Angelis Raji of Class 7B, a student of Siddhartha Central School, Pallimon here. Today is March 8th, International Women's Day. So what is International Women's Day? Yes, International Women's Day is a global day celebrating the social, economic, cultural and political achievements of women. The day also marks a call to action of accelerating gender purity. Celebrate women's achievements, raise awareness about women's equality. The theme of Women's Day is Women Leadership. Women leaders are more transformatively than men leaders. They function as a role model for their subordinates. They inspire the team and spend a lot of time coaching their team. Women leaders emphasize teamwork and communication as a key to success. Now, what are the rights or what are the acts for a woman? The rights are the right to live a life free from violence and slavery, the right to be educated, the right to earn a fair and equal wage, the right to own property, the right to express and freedom to vote. These are human rights. These are the women's rights. What are the acts to protect the women? The Prohibition of Child Marriage Act 2006, Indian Divorce Act 1969 and Dowry Prohibition Act 1961 and Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Act 2013. Even though we are having these acts and human rights, girl rights, can we do anything with it? It is all a British rule, and the Britishers they make these rules in order to fulfill their needs, not ours. Have to rebuild all the laws. One more thing, the loopholes in these laws helps the culprit to escape easily from this case. This is the key issue in all the cases globally. Next, how can we empower women globally? Yeah, place women as leaders and give them decision-making roles. More job opportunities for women. Invest in women's ideas emotionally, financially. Taking action against labor work. Mentoring women professionally and personally. We have to strengthen women, empower the woman. What are women's rights in India? Equality in decision making, economic and social freedom, equal access to education, and right to practice an occupation of one's choice. In order to promote gender equality, we need to empowerment of women and concentrate on areas which are more crucial of her well-being. Empowerment is to raise their voice, support one another, share the workload, get involved, and educate them. The personality that influenced me this Women's Day is personally my mother. She molded me into a strong personality. I see all the qualities in my mother. My mother struggled for her life, and she's a strong lady also. And in the other side, I like the famous personality Rosa Parks, who was born in February 4, 1930 and died on October 24, 2005, was an American activist in the civil rights movement. And the United States Congress has called her the First Lady of Civil Rights and the Mother of Freedom movement. The only way to get justice for women is prevention, prohibition, and redressal. We have to strengthen the law, we have to rebuild the law, and we have to empower the women. By saying this thought, let me conclude my words. Thank you and have a courageous day.
A fantastic day to you all. I'm Anli Alexander of Class 7B of Siddhartha Central School, Pallimon. International Women's Day is celebrated globally on 8th March every year. The aim of this day is to highlight women's achievements and promote gender equality. Women play an important role in our society and nation. They play various roles which could be a caring mother, a daughter, a sister, and so on. So, in this day, it's important to show the women in your life how much you care and love about them. In this COVID-19 pandemic also, we see that women's working at many places like doctors, nurses, police force, and many others. Women are always the source of inspiration for the family and society. Today, I'm going to talk about an African American civil rights activist whom the United States Congress called the First Lady of Civil Rights and the Mother of Freedom movement. That's Rosa Parks. Our story begins in America in a town called Montgomery. Rosa walked on a bus stop and got the bus. The bus was nearly empty. Rosa felt in her mind she was wanted to sit down, but it was getting late and everybody was going home. The driver of the bus knew nothing about her fate. He did not even know her name, but he saw that she was not white. She was a black passenger, and that he thought was all he needed to know about her. That day, all the sitting black passengers gave up their seats except Rosa. She did not seem to notice that what was happening. A white passenger stood at the door and looking at her. Still, she did not move. She sat still. It was the time for the bus to leave, but how could the driver start? A white passenger was standing at the door, and the black passenger was not getting up. Other passengers grew impatient. They gave her angry look. The mother cursed at her. Rosa neither spoke nor stirred. She sat still. She was thinking, why should I get up? I have paid the same as the white passenger had paid. My ticket is not a cent cheaper than his, and I'm more tired than his. And And he's neither old or disabled, so why should I get up from my seat? He's asking for the seat because he's white. That cannot be a right. That moment, Rosa made a decision. This rule is unfair and the rules ought to be fair. If a rule is unfair, it ought to be go. It ought not be in the rule book. Therefore, it ought not be obeyed. If people go on obeying such a bad rule, it is still stayed in the book forever. So, someone should do something about it someday. I think that the day has arrived. Now, when Rosa did not get up, the driver got angry. If he let her sit and felt a white passenger standing, he was breaking the law. He and his company could be punished for it. Get up and go back to the back, he ordered, but Rosa did not move. I told you to get up, he said, but Rosa sat still. She did not get up. The driver got off the bus and brought the police in. They arrested Rosa, said she had broken the law, and sent her to jail. The news of Rosa's arrest soon spread all over the town. The black people of the Montgomery decided to fight for her to come out of the jail. They knew that they could not fight with the police. They decided to fight with the best company instead. So it was that Rosa Parks sat still and moved a million miles. She began the Black American people fights for fairness and justice to all the human beings. Americans call her the mother of the Black Civil Rights Movement. Civil rights are the rights of the country's citizen. So this is what happened there. While reading Rosa Parks' story, I am so inspired. So we can all make a rule when we are seeing an inequality anywhere. We should respond it like our Rosa Parks. So we can all join together our hands and make our society more inclusive. So I'm concluding my words. Thank you and have a nice day.
She believed she could, so she did. Hello everyone, myself Devika Prasi and I'm from Siddhartha Central School, Pallimon. First of all, let me wish all my dear friends a happy Women's Day. Woman, who is an important part in the society. And we know that there are many women in the society who are multi-talented but doesn't recognized by anyone. So today, I am here to speak about a personality who really inspired me, and it is none other than Swadhi Mohan. Swadhi Mohan is an Indian-American aerospace engineer and was guidance and controls operation led on the NASA Mars 2020 mission. She is a member of NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory team and has previously worked on several other missions including Cassini, a mission to Saturn, and Grail, a pair of formation flown spacecraft to Moon. According to her details, she had wanted to be a pediatrician until the age of 16. I was always interested in space, but I didn't really know about opportunities to turn that interest into a job. When I was 16, I took my first physics class. She is quoted as saying, "This class would go on to trigger a deep-seated interest in space," and she began considering engineering. The Mohan team played a key role in the entry, descent and landing, and she was responsible for ensuring that the rover follows its trajectory and lands safely on the surface. And the landing was a moment she had been patiently working towards over the past 8 years. She was born in Bengaluru, she married Dr. Santosh Nadipuru, and she worked of Mars 2020 project from 2013. So my dear friends, I wish to conclude my words by telling that work hard for getting equal opportunity. Work hard for getting equal rights. Work hard. Let others speak about you in the future.
The difference between a broken community and a thriving one is the presence of the women who are valued. A happy morning to all. I am Devika of 8B from Siddhartha Central School. Today is a wonderful day for us. Yes, it's our day, Women's Day. First of all, I thank my school for giving me an opportunity to speak about a girl who has inspired me a lot. I am here to speak about a 12 years old girl who has struggled a lot for her education. Yes, it's none other than Malala Yousafzai. At the age of 12, that is at my age, she struggled a lot for her education. We are living in an independent country and have all the opportunities for learning. We have good schools, good teachers, good parents, good education system, as well as good government for supporting us. But we are not utilizing it correctly. In such a condition, she struggled for her education. She fought for one of her basic rights. As a teenager, it's easy to feel lost and get swallowed up into the mob mentality and lose our voice. And so, if a teenage girl undertakes such an incredible task of courage, one adult covered in fear of doing, the event takes an utmost significance. This is exactly what Malala Yousafzai, a huge inspiration for me and many other girls, did. Malala stood for herself, for her education and for her fundamental rights when confronted by a group of fearsome terrorists. She created a chain of reaction all over the world, bringing light, change and hope to girls over all continents. Not get inspired by her popularity, not get inspired by her Nobel Prize, but I get inspired by her courage to fight to ensure that all the girls receive 12 years of free, safe and quality education. Like her, we should also have the courage to stand and speak for the right, then the whole world will be with us. Wishing you all a happy Women's Day. Thank you and have a nice day.
हर सवेरा यहाँ तू है, सब वहाँ है जहाँ तू है। कदमों में तेरे जन्नतें बिछी हैं, जलवों में तेरे शोहरतें छुपी हैं। तू खुदा की दुआ, सब्र से रब ने तुझको सजाया, धूप धूप जग तू है साया, तेरे रूप में सब कुछ पाया। रह के ज़मीं पर आसमां तूने छुआ है, आसमां तूने छुआ है, आसमां तूने छुआ है। तू